County Commission, September 19th, 2024 to order. Please stand for flag salute.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I can move. Motion to approve the agenda is printed.
I'll second it.
And moved and seconded. Any other discussion? Not all in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Opposed, motion carried. Consent agenda, minutes of the September 12th meeting, expenditure of $370,627.99. Hand checks of $201.00. SD security wire payment and utility of utility wire of $10,312.47 and credit card wire of $31,315.28.
I move the consent agenda.
So I think that they don't have the dollar amount in here for SD security wire in there.
I can get that really fast.
Okay.
I can have everything.
I thought maybe it was in the, altogether with the wire payment.
No, they should be separated out.
I think it's 4,000 something.
4104 maybe.
You want to do commission comments while he's getting that? And
Yeah,
we'll go back to
come
that.
back to this
Mhm.
motion. Ron, any comments?
Yes, comments. I did, because I spent a little time at the Erie County Detention Center yesterday. Things are going fine. There was some talk on the recovery court, and it was all positive. They were really thanking all you folks here that were involved with that and getting it started, but also had to help Erie County get started with. They're excited about seeing it develop and go from there. So it was really interesting to see the folks interested like that. But again, the detention center is doing fine. Everything's working out great. So that's basically what I have.
Thank you, Ron. Lynn?
Next Thursday morning before our meeting, I'll attend the Military Affairs Council breakfast. And that's kind of a partnership. They have it there at the courtyard at Junction City, but there's people from Junction City, Geary County, Riley County, and Dickinson County in attendance, as well as a lot of military people. And they always have a new flux of people coming in. And then we did have a Central Kansas mental health meeting this past Monday that I attended in Salina.
How did the Dixon County Development Corporation meeting go last Thursday?
We did not have a quorum, so we need to work on that a little bit. There's some that attend by Zoom. There's several projects that are being worked on as far as the retention of people too that are pledged and participating. Housing, they're working very hard on that. I think they want to have a meeting on the housing committee here before long. But a lot of irons in the fire.
Thank you, Lynn. At our work session this morning, Rose John, Register of Deeds, spoke about her operations in her office going well. I will be attending KAC meeting in El Dorado next week, Wednesday. Going back to the bills.
Yeah, the ST security wire was $4,104.
Change your motion
I make a motion to approve it.
4,000.
Yes.
I'll second it. Any other discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Petitions and presentation of petitions, proclamations, we have none. Public comments, Janelle, you want to read the rules?
Yes. Commissioners, per the Open Meeting Act, KSA 75-4317 and 75-4318A, as the elected board, the county commission is not allowed to meet or make any decisions without posting the meeting. They are only allowed to act on items on the agenda which they set. During their regular meeting, the county commission may allow for public comments on items not listed on the approved agenda. If you wish to provide comments, please come forward to the podium and state your name and address. If you are online, raise your hand and we will unmute you. Please state your name and address. Each person may speak for 3 minutes. The allotted time will start after the speaker has given his or her name and address. Public comments shall be addressed to the county commission only and not to the speaker or the audience. Only the county commission will be permitted to ask the speaker questions. The public comment period is not a back and forth discussion with the county commission. You should make your views and input known to them, but it is not a time to ask them questions. You should not expect them to respond to your comments. Comments may express support or agreement with previous speakers, but in the interest of time, please do not repeat the same information. You may state something to the effect of your name and address, and I agree with the previous speaker. It is important to maintain a respectful, non-threatening atmosphere for anyone who would like to speak. Please do not engage in such actions as cheering, booing, clapping, insults, threats, etc.
Pam, any public comment from you? Thank you.
I'm Harley Bernard, 962 300 Avenue, Hope. And I'm sorry, I'm going to be reading notes today, but what I want to tell you, I want to be sure that it's accurate. So I'm going to stay with my notes. And I've got a picture for you. This is a turbine oil leak, and you can see where it's dark, kind of in the center of the picture behind the blades. And it may be hard to see, but I have pictures for all of you that I brought. This picture was taken last Sunday in Marion County and part of the Tampa Wind Project. Oil leaks are a serious problem with wind turbines. The Tampa project is only 5 years old. Many turbines show signs of oil leaks at this project. Turbines have as much as 1,400 liters of oil inside them. That's 370 gallons. And this is fossil fuels that we're using. I'm not quite sure why we don't just use them outright, rather than wait for wind to use them. It's confusing to me, but my husband was told by a friend whose son trained at Cloud County Community College and who now repairs wind turbines and he was told that some turbines work well without very many repairs and that other turbines constantly need repairs. His son was continually returning to repair about half of the turbines in the area that he was working in. Wind turbines operate in extreme environments. At 300 feet high, winds reach 200 miles per hour. Remember, 300 feet isn't very tall. They're 500 feet in Marion, and they're proposed to be 700 feet here. The taller the turbine, the stronger the wind, the more risk of damage. With so many moving parts in turbines, there are many strains and stresses which can lead to cracks and defects. Where the picture I showed you here was taken, I could see the wet surfaces shining where the oil was trickling out. And when you look at it closer, you'll see flecks of oil that are on the tower. Oil leaks of any kind need immediate attention. Neglect can lead to environmental pollution as well as turbine collapses. There are many turbines in the area where I took this picture that have oil stains. The wind company has state-of-the-art technology to monitor their turbines, and I think they will agree that they have state-of-the-art technology. I hope they do. But why do they neglect fixing these oil leaks? If damage becomes bad enough, these turbines could collapse or catch fire. It has happened. And I'm going to give you information with directions to this tower that I have a picture of. Please go out and look for yourself. I hope that never happens here in Dickinson County. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
And these are.
Look at them.
Yeah, online, you know.
Nobody has their hand raised.
Moving on into the auditor's report.
Commissioners, some good news. Dickinson County and Martin had reported this last week, but we have some of the notices on this, but we have been awarded a $1.4 million project through KDOT's local bridge improvement project program. And this is for the bridge at 1060 1900 Avenue, and our share will be 186,922. This is a 90-10 share, so that's good news. Obviously, we just received the notification, so it's going to be a little bit before we get started on the project and the progress, and we're not anticipating this is going to start till possibly 2027, maybe early 26, just depends on how the bidding goes in that. So
You might mention the phrase that came to the top.
because it is a fracture critical bridge, that's exactly right, why it came to the top. And it is, so the good news with that is it comes off of our inspection list on the fracture critical side. So we'll have some savings there, but it needed to be replaced. This is a bridge that was built in 1930, I believe. So it's got some age to it.
It was damaged earlier.
And it was damaged earlier this year, and we had to reduce the tonnage on that because of the damage. It has been repaired, but it's only for passenger vehicles and not trucks, just because of the weight.
This also will involve straightening the road out.
Correct.
So from a safety standpoint,
Yeah, because there's some curves in there, and also the hope or the plan would be that this would become a south bypass. So we're not bringing heavy trucks through the middle of town, maybe save some of the roadways through town and some of the traffic that goes through as well. So good news. Chancey Smith was named the new president of KEMA, the Kansas Emergency Association. So Dickens County is well represented across the state in various organizations. The appraiser's office is finishing up the maintenance, the sales and new construction and commercial appraisals, which is all part of their process annually that they're required to do. And it's going well. Highway Department is working on the final mow out of the season, and they're working from south to north. So this is going to take us some time. There's going to be 700 miles of roads that they are mowing out, making 2 passes there and going through that process. And we try to have 2 mowers running at a time, but sometimes that's hard to do if we've got them off on another project or they're not working that day. We're replacing a bridge at 1540 2900 Avenue, and this will be moving to a 20-foot structure. So the road will be closed. I don't have a length of time when it's going to be closed, but it is going to be closed. I'm going to guess probably a week to get it completed. Martin, don't hold me to that. We are hauling gravel for upcoming projects, or maybe I should say, Mark, don't hold me to that. So we're hauling gravel for upcoming projects and trying to prepare for future and getting gravel when we can. We've installed tubes in the 700 block of Hawk Road. The Highway Department also went up and did some dirt patching at the Health Department. And as you know, we've got the issue up there with the parking lot that we're aware of, and we're trying to patch it and put money aside for that. And then they'll move on to dirt patching across county roads. We've rented a forestry mulcher to start removing the smaller trees at 14th on the south side. And then obviously we will work with the property owners once the leaves have come off the trees on the north side for the removal of those trees for that project. And then should still be this month that APAC will be out and do the road work or road repair on that. The Human Resources Director, the Assistant County Administrator and Finance Director, Sheriff's Department, several of them and myself will attend a leadership class tomorrow. The Sheriff's Department is sponsoring here in town, and I'm looking forward to that. I think it's going to be a good intensive leadership class for us. And district court offices will be closed tomorrow, which is September 20th, for their in-service training. So I just want to put that reminder out. It is on Facebook and our website. So if anybody has any business up there, they need to take care of it today. And that's all I would have.
Questions for Janelle?
I'll just mention one thing, and I know Craig mentioned that Rose Johns spoke here earlier, but also she's participating in Leadership Dickinson County.
Right.
And, I think that's something we're very fortunate here at the county. Elected officials as well as department heads, and Chancey's an example of that too, do have various things of professional development that they do that helps them work with not only other counties, but within the county, and it's a good thing. And so I appreciate her involvement in that. And I know others in various ways have similar type endeavors.
Right.
Thank you. Doug?
Nothing to report at this time. Everything's running smooth as as much as it can at this particular time, so I don't have anything to add right now. Thank you.
Any questions for Doug? If not, notice notifications. We have a email from Helen Coke from Potawatomi, Marshall County, in wind farm up in Marshall County. I gave it a picture. I gave it to Janelle, sent some pictures with it. We got a request here from Silver Legislature to wanting funding to continue that project. I don't think we've continued anything before, have we?
No,
And then
we
we,
just had a person that sat on their board
Yeah.
that you've appointed.
and then also, which everybody knows about or should know about, is the notice of public hearing Thursday, October 10th at 2024 at the Harrington Community Building for the planning and zoning. All the notification, no introduction, consideration of resolution. Unfinished business, none. Other business, we have none except going to executive session for non-elected personnel. How many minutes we need?
I'm going to request 15 minutes to include the three of you, myself, Marcus and Marcia.
And Doug?
No, we don't, I mean, Doug, it's, I mean, but I don't know what you get us in trouble. Let's see.
I think it's good to have Doug there, just as far as that's typically a part of it.
Whatever Doug wants to do then.
Well, no, I thought if you want to include that in your motion,
No, you
But-
make the motion.
but no motion's been made yet.
Make the motion then.
Well, I'll go ahead and make the motion that we go into executive session for 15 minutes. Starting at 11:20.
Okay.
And it would include the ones that Janelle had mentioned. I think it'd be helpful to have Doug there, so I'll include him in that group.
I'll second it.
Been moved and seconded. Any other discussion? Not all those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carried.
We have a couple minutes and then we will go into executive session.
And I know Jeannie usually knocks on the door, but we keep a timer for the 15 minutes, but
I will have a timer.
you'll have a timer just so we'll, okay. And then those that are watching will go be muted and off the screen for 15 minutes, starting at 11:20, and then
And then we'll bring them back on.
bring them back. Marcia, how much longer is the farmer's market going to be going? You always participate in that.
We will be there this Saturday. I think this will be our last one for us.
Okay,
It goes until the first weekend in October.
okay.
So,
Kind of getting where we're limited as far as,
my tomatoes have just now started to
oh, really? Okay.
ripen, so
So
it's
just
been a weird year, but
just need to go up to the lumber house and
We'll have that nice cool weather.
get your fresh produce.
Good food there.
yep.
Definitely.
Johnson Farms will not be there tomorrow or on Saturday so you can't get your cookies and your bread or whatever, your pie from him on Saturday. They're on vacation, but he'll be back the following week.
Are you gonna have watermelon?
Yep.
That one I picked up there the other day was fabulous, and I shared it with my grandkids, and,
Very, very good.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I need to get up there and grab one of those.
30 seconds.
That don't need to be locked, is it?
It is.
Or it is already?
Uh-huh.
I would go ahead and make a motion, Mr. Chairman, that we return from executive session, that where we discussed a non-elected personnel was the purpose, that we return from executive session to regular session.
And I'll second that motion.
Second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. We took no action in executive session. I will go, the future meeting and agenda items. The 10th of October, the Attorney General KORA training at 9:30 in the County Commission chambers. There will be a public and zoning hearing on the wind farm CUP application October 10th, 2024, 4 o'clock at Harrington Community Center. We will be closed staff development day, October 14th at 8 o'clock. We'll be having it at Stroh Hall. And then we will be attending, some of us will be attending a regional county commission meeting, October 21st, 2024 at 5:30 at Council Grove. Anything else to come before the commission today? If not, all will be adjourned.
Second it.
I'll move to second. All in favor, say aye. Opposed, motion carried. And